Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to study Virginia Woolf's works and themes of her works. So, Virginia Woolf's fiction has been studied for its insight into many themes. Basically, this lecture is about the themes of her works. So, themes are war, cell shock, witchcraft, and the role of social class in contemporary modern British society. For post-war, the novel Mrs. Dalloway, 1925. In this novel, Virginia Woolf addresses the moral dilemma of war and its effects and provides an authentic voice for soldiers returning from the First World War, suffering from cell shock in the person of Septimus Smith. So this is the theme of Mrs. Dalloway. Next is A Room of One's Own, 1929. In this work, Virginia Woolf equates historical accusations of witchcraft with creativity and genius among women. When, however, one reads of a witch being ducked, of a woman possessed by devils, then I think we are on the track of a lost novelist, a supposed poet of some mute and inglorious Jane Austen. Throughout her work, Woolf tried to evaluate the degree to which her privileged background framed the lens through which she viewed class. Virginia Woolf both examined her own position as someone who would be considered an elitist snob, but attacked the class structure of Britain as she found it. In her 1936 essay, Am I a Snob?, she examined in this essay her values and those of the privileged circle she existed in. She concluded she was, and subsequent critics and supporters have tried to deal with the dilemma of being both elite and a social critic. The sea is a recurring motif in Woolf's works. Noting Woolf's early memory of listening to waves break in Cornwall, Catherine Smith writes in the Paris Review that the radiance of cresting water would be consecrated again and again in her writing, saturating not only essays, diaries, and letters but also Jacob's room, the waves, and to the lighthouse. Patrizia explains that seascapes, sailing, diving, and the sea itself are aspects of nature and of human beings' relationship with it, which frequently inspired Virginia Woolf's writing. This trope is deeply embedded in her text structure and grammar. James Antonio notes in Sydney Morning Herald how Woolf made a virtue of the semicolon, the shape and the function of which resembles the wave, her most famous motif. So, Virginia Woolf's famous motif is seascape and the sea. Despite the considerable conceptual difficulties given Woolf's idiosyncratic use of language, her works have been translated into over 50 languages. Some writers, such as the Belgian Marguerite Yourcenar, had rather tense encounters with her, while others, such as the Argentinian George Luis Borges, produced versions that were highly controversial. So, in this lecture, we studied the themes of her works, what she included in her works as their theme. So, friends,